The Amazing World of Gumball is filled with crazy villains who caused a lot of trouble. But what happened to them after all the chaos? From angry rivals to surprising twists. Let's find out what happened to these unforgettable villains and how their stories ended. First up is Rob, who went from nobody to nightmare. Rob started off as a background character at Elmore Junior High. Nothing too exciting, but the Amazing World of Gumball isn't about staying ordinary for long. Rob gets tossed into the void, a dimension for the universe's mistakes, after being called one himself. Feeling betrayed, Rob transforms into a glitchy polygonal version of himself. And suddenly, he's got a serious vendetta against Gumball and everyone else. In the episodes The Disaster, Season 4, Episode 40, and The Rerun, Season 5, Episode 1, Rob grabs a universal remote that lets him mess with reality. He starts erasing Gumball's family and pretty much threatens to wipe out the entire universe. But Gumball, being his usual stubborn self, refuses to let Rob win. In a surprising twist, Rob starts to reconsider his actions. Instead of continuing his rampage, he rewinds time, destroys the remote, and ends the chaos he caused. What makes Rob's story so great is that he's not just some typical villain. His journey is all about redemption, self-realization, and the struggle to find his place in the world. By the end, Rob realizes that being a villain isn't the answer and makes the choice to undo his mistakes. It's a redemption arc that shows even the most unexpected characters can change. Next are two creepy puppets that got way too real. In the Amazing World of Gumball, the episode The Puppets, Season 5, Episode 40, brings us two creepy yet hilarious villains, Frank and Howdy. These puppets are supposed to be harmless childhood toys, but things go way off the rails when they start controlling Darwin like a marionette. Talk about a twist. What starts as a harmless trip down memory lane quickly turns into a battle for control as the puppets take charge and mess with Darwin. Frank and Howdy have the power to make Darwin do all sorts of weird stuff, trapping him in their bizarre puppet world. Gumball, being the hero he is, or at least trying to be, steps in to help his brother out of this sticky situation. It's a mix of wacky, creepy, and totally unpredictable moments as they try to regain control. In the end, Gumball and Darwin manage to break free, turning the tables on Frank and Howdy. The puppets are sold at a garage sale, leaving their future uncertain. This episode is one of those classic Gumball episodes, filled with dark humor, strange antics, and tons of unexpected moments. It's a hilarious roller coaster that shows how easily things can go from nostalgic fun to full-on chaos. Then there's the demon that crashed their Halloween party. In the Amazing World of Gumball episode The Scam, Season 4, Episode 39, things take a spooky turn when Carrie accidentally summons a terrifying demon named Gargoth during a Halloween prank. Gumball, Darwin, and Carrie were just trying to trick their classmates into giving up candy by pretending to do an exorcism. But of course, in Gumball fashion, things go horribly wrong. Instead of scaring away a ghost, they actually bring Gargoth, a huge terrifying demon, right into their school. Gargoth is no ordinary villain. He's a giant blob monster with all sorts of creepy eyes and mouths, and he's not interested in candy. He wants something a bit more sinister, like world domination, or at least a spooky wedding. As chaos unfolds, Gumball, Darwin, and Carrie scramble to figure out how to send Gargoth back to the underworld. After a bunch of funny and messy moments, it's Gumball's last piece of candy that finally does the trick. Gargoth eats it, explodes, and is sent back to the underworld. Everything goes back to normal. But not before Gumball learns that trying to scam people can sometimes open the gates of hell. Whoops! This episode is a perfect mix of creepy, funny, and unpredictable Gumball fun. Our next villain made happiness the scariest thing ever. In the Amazing World of Gumball episode The Joy, Season 3, Episode 4, things get way too happy and not in a good way. It all starts with Richard, who gives Gumball and Darwin a big wonder hug. Little did they know, this hug would unleash the Joy Virus, a crazy happiness-spreading infection that makes everyone act totally out of control. People who catch the virus can't stop smiling, laughing, and even singing in weird auto-tune voices. They also cough up colorful rainbow goo. It's like everyone in school turns into a walking, talking, giggling mess, and it's spreading fast. Soon, the whole school is a chaotic festival of joy, with no one able to stop themselves from the over-the-top happiness. Enter Miss Simeon, who's not impressed by the giggling madness. At first, she thinks it's just ridiculous, but when the virus hits too close to home, she takes action. She figures out that playing Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata is the key to stopping the virus. She rushes to save the day, but of course, she catches the virus too. In the end, the virus is stopped, but Miss Simeon ends up laughing along with everyone else. It's a hilarious episode full of chaos, music, and the kind of craziness only Gumball can pull off. Sometimes the biggest threat comes from home. In the Amazing World of Gumball episode The Limit, Season 2, Episode 30, things get intense when Nicole, Gumball's mom, turns into a literal monster. It all starts during a simple trip to the store. Nicole is already stressed from her busy day, and when Richard, Richard, starts messing with the candy aisle, she snaps. Suddenly, she transforms into a huge, terrifying monster, complete with glowing eyes and claws. As Nicole rampages through the store, Gumball and Darwin try to avoid her fury, but it's no easy task. She's completely out of control, and it looks like nothing can calm her down. The family realizes that they've pushed her too far with their antics, and it's up to them to fix the mess they've made. After a chaotic chase around the store, Nicole finally stops when she sees herself in a mirror. Realizing the destruction she's causing, she's filled with guilt. Gumball and Darwin step in, offering their support and helping her return to normal. This episode shows how stress can build up and explode, but it also highlights the power of family support. It's a mix of wild humor and real moments, making it one of the show's most memorable episodes. These twisted dream versions gave everyone the creeps. In the Amazing World of Gumball episode The Night, Episode 4, Episode 31, things got seriously weird when Gumball and Darwin faced their worst nightmares. The episode dives into the dreams and nightmares of Elmore's residents, and trust me, it's a wild ride. Gumball's nightmare starts with him falling from space, dodging bizarre objects, and just barely waking up before he hits the ground. Talk about a close call. Meanwhile, Mr. Small is trapped in a tiny space. Banana Joe ends up split into two bananas, one with two faces and the other with two butts. Yep, you read that right. And Nicole is kept awake by Richard snoring. Darwin's dream is way more chill. He just dreams of a bigger fishbowl to nap in. Other weird dreams include Hector wishing to be tiny, Carrie stuck in a colorful, joyful nightmare, and Anais getting tortured by Daisy the donkey. The whole episode is filled with strange, funny, and sometimes creepy dreams that show off just how creative the Gumball team is. It's a perfect mix of humor and horror, showing us what's going on in the characters' minds when they're fast asleep. You won't believe how crazy their dreams can get. This teacher proved school could be a real nightmare. In the Amazing World of Gumball episode The Ape, Season 1, Episode 30, Miss Simeon is back, and she's up to no good. The episode kicks off when she finds out that the Favorite Teacher Award is based on student recommendations. Wanting to win that shiny prize, Miss Simeon goes all in, trying to charm Gumball into nominating her. But let's be real, Miss Simeon trying to be nice is just awkward. She follows Gumball home, joins the family for dinner, and even tries to be pals with Richard. It's pretty uncomfortable, and Gumball and Darwin aren't buying it. While Gumball plays along, his mom Nicole isn't fooled one bit. She remembers all the times Miss Simeon made her life difficult. Eventually, Miss Simeon gets Gumball to write her a glowing recommendation letter, but things get messy when the Wattersons find out the truth. A high-speed chase through Elmore follows, as the family races to confront her. In the end, Miss Simeon gets what she wants. She wins the award, leaving the Wattersons frustrated, but kind of impressed by her sneaky tactics. The Ape is a funny yet clever episode that shows just how far Miss Simeon will go to get what she wants. Even random side characters can be totally weird. In the Amazing World of Gumball episode Darwin's Yearbook, Season 1, Episode 1, the chaos reaches new heights as the Watterson family navigates the quirky challenges of creating their yearbook. In the midst of all the madness, we get a random and hilarious appearance from Banana Joe's dad. Banana Joe's dad doesn't steal the spotlight, but his bizarre presence adds to the show's offbeat humor. While not a major character or villain, Banana Joe's dad serves as another layer of the weirdness that defines the series. Finally, the internet itself became the ultimate bad guy. In the Amazing World of Gumball episode The Internet, Season 2, Episode 37, the digital world goes totally wild when Gumball accidentally uploads an embarrassing video of himself. The video goes viral, and suddenly, Gumball and Darwin are on a frantic mission to erase it before everyone sees. But things take a weird turn when they come face to face with a personified version of the internet named Timmy. Timmy is like a walking, talking digital monster. He's a computer with a screen for a face and computer mice for hands and feet. As they try to stop him, Timmy wreaks havoc, controlling everything from traffic lights to the donut cop, trying to stop Gumball and Darwin from deleting the video. It's a hilarious and chaotic chase through the digital world. But Timmy isn't all bad. He admits that he's lonely and doesn't have any friends, making him a bit more sympathetic. In the end, Gumball and Darwin decide to leave the video up, realizing that the internet is just something they have to deal with. The episode is a funny yet insightful take on the craziness of online life and the challenges of dealing with the internet's overwhelming presence. From chaos to redemption, each one left a memorable mark. Want to see more of these crazy characters? Keep watching, and don't forget to share your favorite villain moment in the comments below.